Hello and welcome back. I'm Baron Battlebred, your guide through the streets and whispers of Regate. Gather round, you lost folks, as we spiral back to the Timebreakers, trying to rewrite history and change their fates.
Timebreakers, Timebreakers!
When we last left off, the Timebreakers had gone into the castle to talk to Louis Ignatius Zephyr, but when they got to his room, they found that it was ransacked. Once inside, looking for clues, they found a very injured Lord Corvatash behind a stone wall. And while they were attempting to revive him and gain information, he was attacked yet again by an assassin who had been hiding inside the room. Upon seeing the amount of individuals, the assassin tried to make his way out through a secret tunnel in the back of the fireplace. He did not get far as Sarah charged after him and, well, essentially cut him down and pulled his corpse out. Upon investigating, they found his notes, and the Timebreakers have settled in to make a plan. With 139 hours left before the sacrifice happens, the end of the festival, what plan will they go with? And will they make it in time?
That was beautiful.
Was it?
Yeah.
So,
that was a good
Timebreakers, you are currently sitting inside a barricaded room. You have a dead assassin. You have an injured Lord Corvatash. What would you like to do?
How injured is he? Like, can he walk?
Yes, I would say he is capable of walking.
Right. I'm not using my last spell slot to heal him again if he can walk. I'm going to use my disguise kit to try and disguise him as basically anyone else.
Okay. So disguise kit.
Something that will hide his face, but would be in a noble's house.
Interesting. Something that will hide his face, but will be in a noble's house. A faceless servant?
A servant with the face covering.
An unseen servant.
Yes.
No, perfect.
You're going to try and make him invisible, are you? So let's see. Do you have a disguise kit with you?
I do.
Okay. Then if you're going to work on disguising him, that takes what? 10 minutes? An hour?
It doesn't say.
Oh, it doesn't say. Changes physical appearance, add a proficiency bonus to ability checks. Okay. So you're going to create a visual disguise. Go ahead and give me a performance roll and add your proficiency to it.
Okay. 27 plus 4, whatever that is.
31.
So, yeah, okay. You guys look away for a few minutes, and when you turn back, there is no longer Lord Corvatash sitting in front of you. You don't know who this man is, but he is no longer Lord Corvatash.
I draw my weapon.
Mom?
Mom.
All right.
Sarah sees a new person and draws her weapon.
Yeah, okay. Sarah levels her weapon at the new individual in the room.
Shimmer will immediately threaten her with Eldritch Blast.
I'm in.
Just for fun, Sarah, roll me a wisdom. You know what? Perception. Roll me perception.
18. I still can't see through the disguise because she rolled like a 30-something.
You can't see through the disguise, but you know that no one could have gotten past you. So it is well within reason to understand that this person should be here. You don't need to threaten them.
Sarah puts away her weapon.
All right. So you guys are currently still inside the lizard's room, which means that you have 2 potential exits. You can walk out the door and see what happens, or you can attempt to escape using the secret tunnel that the assassins showed you.
Can I investigate the secret tunnel?
Secret tunnel.
Yeah.
Secret tunnel.
Dig a tunnel,
Okay.
dig a tunnel. Oh, sorry, wrong thing.
That was a 14 on my investigation.
With a 14, you poke your head in and look down this tunnel. You see it extends about 50 feet before it makes a sharp curve and a very clear red stain on the stone where Sarah dragged the corpse down the floor.
I believe it will be in our best interest to leave through the secret entrance.
I agree. I think we should head down the secret entrance here, taking Corvatash, that guy. Wait, where is that guy?
Yeah.
Who's this person?
It's me, Lord Corvatash.
Mom?
He's a ventriloquist now.
At least we know the disguise works.
You didn't gather that from Sarah flipping out and pulling a hooking weapon.
Oh, she knew. Like she knew that. She's just being all like dryly like, well, at least there's a plus to this.
Elise watched the disguise being applied, so Elise is not fooled by the disguise so much as appreciates the disguise.
Absolutely. It's well within reason to know that Shimmer was applying a disguise to Lord Corvatash.
Yes.
I was focused on trying to figure out how a jaw hinge works.
Alrighty, well, Lord Corvatash, if you'll follow behind, we'll get out of here. Thaddeus is going to lead the way through the tunnel.
Okay.
With his hammer that's still glowing.
Yeah. Thaddeus crawls into the tunnel and starts making his way down. The only one who can walk in the tunnel is Sarah. The rest of you will have to effectively crawl. This is a quick escape. This is not a let's leisurely move down this hallway.
Shimmer is not happy about this.
Sorry, we all started speaking at once.
Is it possible to reset the wall, the compartment?
To close it behind you? Yes.
Yeah. At least we'll do that after they leave, after they go through the tunnel.
Got it.
I think it would also be worth pointing out all the oil and gases in this room. No?
I mean, we can't really hose it down or anything.
No,
as long as nobody strikes a match, you should be fine.
Or fire spells of any sort.
Yeah, well, fortunately, my hammer's just glowing from radiant light.
Same with the moon touch rapier.
That is a good point. I will say it is a good point to let them know not to light any sparks.
Yes.
Down this hallway.
That's what I'm getting at.
Thaddeus will turn back to the group and he'll comment on, well, this being an escape tunnel, you'd think they'd make it a little bit bigger.
That's so people can't follow behind too easily.
Yeah, well, people can't move very quickly through here too easily either.
Well, yeah, it's a secret tunnel. You open it, you crawl in, you shut the door, then you just kind of crawl away.
You know where this leads?
Well, once we get to the end here, if we turn right, it will lead to my chambers. And if we turn left, it'll lead to the grand hallway.
And which of those is the safest egress?
Objectively, to the right, my chambers.
Okay.
Who knows who's in the grand hallway? Okay. So you guys make your way down the tunnel.
Yeah.
Thaddeus, you are leading. You come to the end. You see that it not only turns to the left, but it is a T-junction that turns to the right as well. And following the advice of Lord Corvatash, you turn to the right and follow the tunnel another 50 feet or so until you come to a wooden wall. Just push on it.
All right. I turn back to it. Okay. Well, just push on it then.
Mm-hmm.
Thaddeus is pushing on it.
Give me a strength check, Thaddeus.
111. No, 18.
Yeah, that works. As you push on it, you hear the wood crack a little bit, and it swings open as Lord Corvatash goes, "Oh, I forgot to tell you to release the lock. You usually open it from the other side." That's on me.
Clearly,
that's
it's
fine.
not a well-made lock.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be easy open from the other side, not necessarily from this one. It's fine. It's fine. Everybody out into the room.
Shimmer's gonna prestidigitation herself clean once she's out there.
And Thaddeus is once again tapping himself off of any dust or anything like that.
You find yourselves in a surprisingly spacious and sparsely furnished stateroom. There's a nice bed. There is a table. There is a number of weapons hanging on the wall. Some obviously for display, and some that are very heavily battle beaten. But there's not a lot in here. There is a window, though. What would you like to do?
Out the window, I guess.
I would like to have mentioned that back when I was disguising Corvatash, Shimmer also disguised herself.
Oh, as what? For my own purposes.
Probably matching with Corvatash, so they look like a pair, maybe
Dad?
elven.
Yes.
Shimmer,
yes.
The twins.
Oh God, no! Why?
Okay. So you are matching either kind of servanty garb, just definitely not yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Elise
Sarah,
is looking for any would-be assassins
got it.
in the room.
Okay, so we'll start with that. Elise, go ahead and roll me a perception or investigation check, depending on how hard you're looking.
She's investigating with
Got
a
it.
32.
Yeah, you guys watch as Elise crawls out of the tunnel, stands up, brushes themselves off, and then immediately sticks their nose in every corner of the room. checking under the bed, in the pillow, on top of the bed.
The way you said that, you made Elise sound like, a dog when they get to a new place and everything, and they're like, what is this? What is this? What is this?
Yeah, I can imagine that's pretty much exactly how that went down. But
Or
at least
first step.
you don't find anyone in the room. You guys are alone here. The door is still locked from the outside, it seems. You're not sure what that means. But Sarah, you said you went up to look out the window.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Come on. Yeah, 19.
You know that you were on what is essentially the ground floor when you entered the lizard's room. But here in Corvatash's stateroom, you are what feels like 2 or 3 stories up, overlooking the shipping lanes.
That's odd. Also, I'm going to pull one of my rapiers out. I'm going to poke around if there's anywhere that anybody could stand.
So you're just gonna... Yeah, okay. Go ahead to, I guess, roll to hit with disadvantage.
I gotta say, I appreciate the Lego dice set.
Did you get to see it?
No, it just shows it in the screen, like a little icon.
There we go. An 11.
You poke a couple holes in the curtains. They were moving slightly, but there's no body there.
Uh-huh.
So, you guys are here. You have escaped the lizard's room, and you're currently in a locked room. What would you like to do?
Well,
I'll use my
You can
last
always
spell
use-
slot.
the curtains to make a rope to go down.
I was going to cast Featherfall, so I only have 1 spell slot left, and it would use that.
Mhm.
I'm going to tear down the curtains that I just ripped holes in, apparently. And then I'm going
The
to...
issue with that is that people would know that someone left that way.
Not if I'm the last one down.
Huh?
I got a plan.
Yeah, okay. This is going to be great. I'm sure of it. So, you guys plan on going out the window, correct?
Mhm.
Got it. So, Shimmer wants to use the Featherfall spell. How many people can you affect with that?
I think up to 5. Choose up to 5 falling creatures within range.
And what's the range?
Well, definitely 60 feet.
Okay, so
So, everyone in this room would be able to be affected, and if not, I would just be like, hey, everyone get closer.
right. But the spell says 5 falling creatures, which means that you will all have to jump out the window before
Meaning
you
we
can
would
activate
first.
it.
Born to be wild.
That could be fun. So Sarah, Corvatash, yeah, that's 5. You could do that.
That would not leave any evidence, which is the pro. The con is it would leave me spell slotless. So,
Hopefully, we can get
What
a
exactly
shorter or
is
long
your
rest
plan?
after this.
yeah, what exactly is your plan to not leave any evidence, Sarah?
Oh, I was going to pull the curtain back in and rip it to shreds and then try to climb down. Most likely fall.
So then I'd have to use Featherfall anyway. So
Wait.
might as well just use it from the get-go.
So hold on. I have a quick question.
Uh-huh.
Do I count as a creature?
Yes.
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 I'm a construct.
Constructs are creatures.
Are
You are originally a construct. You are now a sentient construct, which makes you a creature.
All right.
Also, I have 50 feet of rope.
It'll still leave evidence. Because, how
not-
are you going to untie it?
Not if Elise uses Mage Hand and
I
unties it
have...
when we get to the bottom.
That's
Is it
pretty good.
30 foot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far does the hand reach?
It reaches farther for me than most.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I know that much. I gotta double check my stuff.
And do you need line of sight for it?
That's still reading. Range increases by 30 feet.
Okay.
And then 30 feet is the base, so it's 60.
Yeah. I would say that you'd be able to get away with this if you so desired. As the DM, I will have a question. If you've got 50 feet of rope, and you're about 3 stories up, what are you tying the rope to?
Tie it to Sarah.
The bed?
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you're going to tie the rope to the bed. You're going to throw it out the window, and you're going to be about 10 feet short.
But as I'm tying it to the bed, I'm also tying it with a quick release knot. So all Elise has to do is just mage hand and pull the quick release.
Okay.
And the quick release itself since we're only 30 feet up.
No, you're 3
Currently-
stories up.
Yeah, which is like 30 feet, 35 feet.
Yeah, it's got to be less than 40 or 50.
Yeah, which means I can use I can basically make the quick release pull string about a foot. That way, Elise can grab it no matter what. I'm thinking logically here.
Is a story not 15 feet? Am I dumb?
I mean, ultimately depends on the
The
construction.
architecture entirely.
Okay, it's a castle. 3 stories is how tall of a castle?
I mean, like he's still dependent. Like a ballroom is obviously going to be very tall, but something like a servant's quarters isn't.
Okay. On average, a 3-story building stands approximately 39 feet. Okay, so that gives you, and we're at the bottom floor of it. You have to go out the window. That brings us to 5.
Yeah, well, I'm basically going to use
So,
you've
you've got about 35 feet of rope dangling down, because then you have to get it to the bed. The bed is not next to the window.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Even if we come up short, we can actually drop.
Okay. Based on the numbers given, I would say that if you're going to use to save a foot of rope for the knot itself, for the mage hand to pull on, that'll leave you about, you know what? That's just under what it would take to cause a dice. So yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I will say that if you fall off of this thing, you won't take any damage if you make it to the end of the rope.
Okay, then that is
Boy,
what
the
Thaddeus is going to
logistics of
do. He's going to set up a knot line, or like a little knot at the end of the one line. Hook it up to the bed and everything like that. Has a little quick release, so all someone has to do is just pull that end to untie it and throw the other end out. He's going to turn to the party and he's going to be like, "Okay, I have our exit."
Okay. Thaddeus, you're tying the rope. Give me a sleight of hand.
I do misuse rope being an actual skill.
Oh, good. It's not like Reginald. That's good.
What is that? Is rope use an actual skill?
But
Used
that's
to be.
not good.
In 3.5 it was, and I think before then as well.
Interesting.
I rolled a 3.
Yeah, that definitely looks like a quick release knot.
Elise.
I think it's safe to
Thaddeus
say,
turns.
like,
Can you inspect this knot? Make sure it's good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, not to metagame. I just think this is good, sensible expectation. Is like we're going to pull on the rope before we put our body weight into it.
Yeah,
There is that
Elise-
too, but also Thaddeus would have called over Elise anyway because Elise is going to be the one to quick release this.
Yeah, Elise, you come over and you give the rope a tug to see how sturdy it is, and it immediately unties itself.
Well, that is a quick release.
Yes, indeed. That is quite the quick release. A little too quick, I must say. Allow me.
At least I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, go ahead. I would say that at this point, go ahead and give me the sleight of hand with advantage.
19.
Yeah, you tie an almost perfect imitation of the knot that Thaddeus had originally tied. Only you actually tie it to the rope in the way that it's meant to be and not to itself. You're good to go.
See, here was your mistake. You had the loop going under instead of over. Common mistake with this type of knot.
Got it. All right.
I forgot
Let's get going.
to put the bite in the bowline.
Okay, great. Let's get going.
But you go over and you throw the rest of the rope out the window. Who'd like to climb down first?
Me.
Okay. I was going to
All
go
right.
first, but yeah, if Sarah wants to go first, I'm all for it.
Acrobatics?
Acrobatics. Yeah, Sarah loops one end of the rope around their body and just starts rappelling down the side of this castle wall as if they've been doing it all their lives. Thaddeus, you don't remember programming that.
I don't remember programming Sarah retrieving a severed head either, but these things happen.
Sarah, you deftly make it to the bottom, and as the rope untangles itself from around your body, you do a little flip, you land on your feet, and you are good to go. All right, who's next?
Thaddeus is going to go next, except Thaddeus is also going to get rid of the light on his light hammer.
Okay.
Because after all, we don't want to, like send up a huge beacon saying, "Hey, we're here. We're going out the window."
That's true. You wouldn't want to do that.
You would want us to do that. We wouldn't want to do that.
I would never.
Uh-huh. So yeah, Thaddeus is going to be heading out the window now after
all right.
dispelling the radiant light.
Acrobatics or athletics?
Hang on, check. We have let's see. Can I do Arcana? No, I'm kidding.
No, see, you dispelled your magic, so you don't get Arcana.
Okay.
Can I do
athletics
Arcana?
it is. Oh, that is gonna be a lot. Yes.
What'd you roll there, Thaddeus?
You just don't need to pay attention to that. It was a great roll. It's a fantastic roll. The best roll ever. It's a 7.
He slammed into the wall on the way down.
Thaddeus, being thoroughly impressed by how Sarah went down, loops the rope around his body once and it attempts to repel the same way Sarah did. Unfortunately, Thaddeus is not made of metal. The rope bites into the side. It bites into the side of your squishier self instead of sliding across it. And you guys watch as Thaddeus jumps 1, 2 times, and then the rope cuts in, and he starts spinning, flipping, twirling like a top down the side of this castle wall. Sarah, as the one who's below him and watching this happen,
Yes.
roll me a strength or dexterity to see if you can catch him, if you so wish.
I can do a dexterity check to try and catch him.
Yes.
So acrobatics or actual just dexterity?
Straight dex to see if you can react fast enough to catch him.
18.
That's pretty good. Thaddeus, as you are twirling down the side of this mountain, the rope untangles itself from you entirely, and you are fully in free fall. And you land in the arms of Sarah, where you only take 4 points of bludgeoning damage instead of so many more.
I'm
job.
down to 17 HP.
Nice.
Yes, but you're alive.
Elise
This
will
is
turn.
true. I would have been more alive if I could have used Arcana.
Why not Arcana? Elise
next?
will turn to the other two. We'll see you at the bottom. Grab the rope in one hand, do like an Assassin's Creed dive out the window, arms behind and catch yourself midair. And then we'll see how that goes. With acrobatics.
Acrobatics, indeed.
That is a 28.
Wow. Thaddeus, as you're being held in Sarah's arms, you watch as Elise dives out of the window, just one hand on the rope, arms behind her back, and slides, comes plummeting towards you head first until their feet touch the wall, and they manage to slow themselves quite significantly, still holding the rope in one hand, until they flip back around and they land lightly on the ground in front of you.
That was impressive.
That was impressive.
Why, thank you.
Shimmer, would you like to go next, or would you like Corvatash to go next?
I think I would like Corvatash to go next. I think it's best to have him out first instead of last.
Okay. Corvatash is going to grab the rope in both hands. He is not going to wrap it around his body, and he's going to slowly start descending, and he is going to make his roll. It's not the best roll, but he is pretty strong. Corvatash is not used. Okay. He makes it. He starts descending faster than he expected, because the rope is not attached to anything, and only he only has his hands as brakes. So he starts sliding, and you watch as he grabs it. He gets a little rope burned, and then he just kind of fumbles his way down the rest of the rope before landing with a heavy thud at the bottom. But he is uninjured. And Shimmer, you are the last one in the room.
Can I argue for performance?
Sweet.
Maybe, because as you go to climb out the window, you hear a knock on the door. Hello?
I'm not.
Is anyone in there?
Do I recognize the voice?
Hold that quick release.
You do not.
Actually, yes. I'm going to pull the quick release and drop the rope.
Oh, interesting.
And then I'm going to jump out the window.
Yep.
And
You hear more pounding on the door, getting heavier and heavier. Just whack, whack, whack. Hello? We know you're in there. And you're just going to
I
jump
would
out the
like
window?
to, I'm going to close the window as I dive out.
Okay, interesting. So, okay, you've dropped the rope out the window. You're diving out the window as the door behind you is getting slammed into. And you're going to close the window.
And I'm casting Flight, which is an element, which is not a spell. It is.
In this instance, I would say yes. I will allow you to roll your performance.
So we see the rope come down, and then we see,
It wasn't a great roll. It's a 14.
and we see Shimmer jump out and basically do a front flip as she glides down in a completely controlled manner.
Yeah, basically, you watch the rope come down. You see Shimmer just jump basically head first out of the window, stop for a second, shut the window, and, and come down completely unharmed. But as Shimmer shuts the window, you do hear a loud cracking as wood begins to splinter.
Time to go.
I suppose we could have used that in our initial plan.
Time to go. Time to go. Yeah.
Got a blast!
All right, everybody, you are currently down.
I collect my rope, and yeah, we make haste.
You are currently down on the shores of the shipping lanes. If you run left down the beach side, you will make your way to the sea ward. And if you run right, you will make your way past the upper ward to the bridge that you need to cross anyway. Or you can attempt to cross the waters right now by swimming, but that will be up to you.
I would suggest that we make our way back to my house by way of the sea ward.
Interesting choice.
It's as good a plan as any. Let's make haste.
Okay. If you guys are just running, based on how Shimmer left, if you're just running, then I would like athletics.
I'd like to. I think it would be a good idea to try and at least hide as we run.
And if you are attempting to do so sneakily, then stealth is appropriate.
Stealth.
I'm going to
Say
go
no
ahead
more.
and
Yes.
My
Okay,
logic
so
behind this
Elise
is
gets
because
yours.
nobody actually saw us leave the castle.
Yeah. What? Wait. What? Yeah, that's a good point. But they were only breaking. But the door was starting to crack as they were pounding on it. So.
And plus, not to mention, Lord Corvatash does not look like Lord Corvatash, which means we could
And,
just
and Shimmer
technically
doesn't look like Shimmer either. So we could bolt.
act casual
Yeah.
and run away.
just a leisurely sprint down the beach.
Yeah. Just a quick walk, a power jog.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just doing our exercise.
Okay.
Can I roll deception? Can I use deception to make it look like we're just doing exercise?
We're working out, guys. This cool new thing.
Meanwhile, there's a fucking me among you.
Okay.
At least-
Okay. Hang on. I can see the argument for deception here. Yeah. All right. Does everybody agree with this?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Real
Then
quick though, we did shut the trap door on
yes,
the way
you
out.
did.
Okay, cool.
Well, okay.
No,
Are you telling me that you shut the trapdoor?
I would like
Yes.
to have shut the trap door, just like we wouldn't have shut it only on one end. We would have shut it on both.
Go ahead and roll me a wisdom check, just real quick.
14.
Yeah, easily. Yeah, okay. So you guys, you shut the fireplace side, and after everyone came out, Elise shut the painting side. So yeah, you're good. All right. So if everybody agrees with the deception, and you will be working together, Shimmer, go ahead and roll me a deception check with advantage.
Ooh.
plus 70.
I can't roll a deception roll lower than a 10, and both of those were below a 10, so 23.
Oh, Bart. Yeah, 23. Okay. You guys just start casually strolling down the beach. Shimmer, as you're doing this, you look back up, with just a casual sweeping glance as you look around at your people. Your eyes flick upwards to the window, and you see a shadowy figure standing there. It looks like there's a guard standing with them. You can see the glint of the shiny helmet and the halberd that they carry on one side of the window, and then standing in the open side is not the open side, but the other side. It's a large window. A shadowed, hooded figure staring down, and they just kind of flip around. You can see their robe or their cape just kind of snap behind them, and they walk away. No shouts, no pointing, no eye contact. You think you've gotten away with it.
But it didn't say anything.
Just keep walking.
Just keep walking.
Okay. So you guys make your way down towards the seaward, and you want to go back to Thaddeus's house in the Eastern Village?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You pass through some more festival grounds. Lots of people having a good time. Nobody pays you a second look. You make your way back to Thaddeus's house. What are you doing here? What's going on?
Well,
What's the
also
plan?
on the way back, I grabbed some food.
Some food stuffs?
Yeah, something to eat for all of us, including Lord Corvatash. Although I'm sure it's not his usual.
No.
Then again, I don't really care. So.
Neither does he. Lord Corvatash is at heart a soldier, and he'll eat whatever.
The only thing is that Thaddeus is kind of disappointed that he couldn't find the gnomish soup vendor.
Yeah, you're on the wrong side of the city for that right now.
Yeah, but he does open a door, and it ends up being a fishmonger.
Fresh fish! Fresh fish!
Okay. So you grab some food stuffs on the way back. You make your way back to Thaddeus's house, easy peasy. Everybody gets inside. You shut the door, I guess. And what's going on? What's the goal here?
What is the goal here?
Well,
Thought
I
the
think
plan was-
my house would be the last place they would look. I mean, nobody looks at my house.
It does give us a moment to catch our bearings and plan accordingly.
Yes.
Okay.
We can't hide Corvatash here indefinitely. Lord Corvatash here indefinitely. No offense,
No, definitely not.
my lord. I do think the safest place would probably be somewhere where they probably have guards, and somewhere with someone we can trust.
But that's the problem. Who can we trust?
Lady Serafina. There's a reason I went to her first.
Oh, my fiancée. She should be trustworthy. I trust her.
Should be.
I have not seen her yet today.
Well, that's a bit concerning.
Well, I
don't
mean,
believe that
things
she was
happen.
coming. She was not coming to the castle today, or at least she was not scheduled to do so. I doubt they would do something so heinous as to attack her in her own home.
And if they believe you aren't around anymore,
Do you know who they is?
I'm afraid I don't. 1 minute I'm going in to see the lizard. The next minute, 4 of our guards turned on me. I didn't recognize them. They weren't my usual troop. We get in a bit of a scuffle. Everything goes very south very quickly. These were not normal guards. Next thing I know, I'm being pushed into a back corner of a wall. I took a halberd to the side there. And suddenly the lizard is throwing up a spell wall. I tried to blast through it with my wand, but lightning against stone doesn't do too much. Then I kind of passed out a little bit.
Oh,
And when I came to, he was gone.
Fireball. It was a fire wand.
Was it a fire wand?
It was a fire wand. You tried to hit me with a
Yeah.
fireball.
I tried to hit you with firebolt.
You said lightning.
yeah,
I did say lightning.
Okay,
What am I walking in on?
throwing that out there. Bread's just trying to electrocute me. But yeah.
No.
so-
I'm not trying to electrocute you. He tried to electrocute the wall.
Yeah, but his wand was firebolt.
yeah. Earlier, when we broke through, he blasted with a firebolt.
Yes.
So
Firebolt, the cantrip.
But he.
okay,
Okay, now I'm confused.
Lightning
but
wand.
Never mind that.
okay,
Lightning wand, minor innate magic.
okay.
Got it. Okay,
Makes sense.
that does not make any sense to me. But okay, we'll go with that.
Well, he's not a very powerful spellcaster. He's a warrior, but you don't spend as much time around mad
get that.
users.
I'm confused. Okay. Right, because I'm more of a tinkerer.
That's okay. I know what I'm doing, usually.
I know you know what you're doing. I'm just confused. that's
More
all.
information should come to light later.
Okay,
The
cool.
lizard,
Go ahead.
the
Sorry.
lizard created a wall to protect you or to trap you.
Well, I assumed to protect me because they were beating on it from the other side too. And then they went quiet. It's probably when they took him away. Or, maybe he went willingly. I don't know.
Yeah, but the thing is that wall wasn't really disintegrating as soon as it should have, which means the lizard had to have maintained concentration on it.
So maybe he did go willingly. At the very least, they didn't knock him out. Perhaps he thinks he can escape from wherever they take him.
Maybe he knew that they didn't take all the assassins with them, and if he let it drop, then they'd kill you. Or maybe he went willingly. Who knows? We don't know yet. We don't have enough information.
If he went willingly to save my life, he did a shit job of it. If you guys hadn't been there, I would have died anyway.
Indeed.
That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's done. It's over now. Now we got to figure out how to get him back.
I just a suggestion, throwing it out there to the party. As Thaddeus turns and says to all of them, maybe we should probably think about getting some rest.
We really could use it.
Agreed.
Hi.
Oh, do you think we should take a nap and then sneak out like under the cover of darkness?
I'm thinking we
Good
should
plan.
get a full 8 hours.
Oh, you wanna sleep? Right.
We all could use the rest.
There seems to only be one bed in this domicile.
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay. So who's taking first
Lord
watch?
Lord Corvatash.
Sarah goes
you're
in
more
power
than
saving
welcome
mode
to
in the
my
corner.
I don't need a bed. I sleep better on the floor.
bed. Yeah, trust me, you don't want to sleep on this floor. It hasn't been cleaned, and yeah, it's been
The
a while.
amount of time that I've spent sleeping on the dirt while on campaign.
No.
It's
The
perfect.
dirt is cleaner than this floor.
Good enough. He's just gonna lay down on the ground. He's just like, fuck it.
Okay.
What do you
well,
take first watch? I'll take second.
Who's taking first watch?
I'll
Elise
take
will take
first watch.
But Thaddeus will. That's good.
Okay.
Okay.
Shimmer will go into her necklace, handing it over to Elise as per usual.
Cool.
And Elise knows about this. We've had the conversation. She understands it.
Good.
Pockets
Mhm.
it.
All right. First watch. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Did you agree to first watch?
Was not Elise?
I thought it was Thaddeus.
Oh, it was
Yeah, I
that.
thought it was.
Yeah, okay.
That's going to be a 26.
Wow. Got it. Really good at looking around, not good at holding onto ropes.
Correct. Good at looking, not so much at leaping.
Okay. So Thaddeus takes first watch. Everyone settles down for a well-deserved rest. Thaddeus, you're watching out the windows, making sure the door stays locked, keeping everything, intact. It is your home, after all. Are you doing anything else while you have these couple hours to yourself?
I'm going over the blueprints.
Easy enough. It's quiet. Quiet enough, you suppose. There is the festival still going on outside. You can hear the throngs of people, but nothing out of the ordinary. Every now and then you peek out the windows. You don't see anybody staring at the house or anything. And after a couple hours, you go and you shake Lord Corvatash awake because he said he'd take second watch.
Corvatash, wake up.
What?
Your turn to take watch. How do you feel?
No, we're getting there. Another nap, and I think I'll be right as rain.
All right. Good luck. And just go to bed.
Thank you.
Right. Good luck with that.
Yeah. Good enough.
Sorry, I'm just easing my wings.
Yeah, with a 23 on his part, he keeps an eye out. Thaddeus, before you fall asleep, you hear Lord Corvatash just kind of, not quite tiptoeing around the space, like he's walking lightly, but he's got these big heavy boots on, so he is making some noise. And then you just kind of hear the rattling of glass and metal as he inspects your workbenches, just kind of bored going over things before settling at the window and just keeping his eye out. But nothing happens with him. Who's taking third watch?
That could be Elise.
Okay. After another few hours, he gets up, then he goes over and he shakes you awake, Elise. Just kind of hand on your shoulder, like, hey, it's your turn.
Understood. Have a good nap.
Yeah, I'll finish it. All right, Elise, go ahead and roll me your perception.
Oh, not too bad. 17. Not too bad at all.
Elise, everything seems quiet outside. The light is waning into the evening. The throngs of people have slowly started diminishing. The noise of the festival has slowed down a little bit as people move towards other wards, for the nightlife. The Eastern Village is not really known for its extravagant nighttime activities. But as you look out the window, one thing that does catch your eye is that a troop of soldiers have passed by 3 or maybe 4 times in the last 2 hours. Just kind of up the street and then down the street, and up the street and down the street. And as they walk away for the next time, you see at the end of the block, 2 soldiers stop and stand. And you can't tell at this range, but they seem to be staring at you. Or at the very least, they are looking in your direction. Could they be observing the house?
Should make it a point to memorize their faces and their features.
Sure.
Just in case she comes across them again in the future.
Yeah, okay. At the end of your couple hours of watch, they stood there for probably about an hour, maybe an hour and a half total, before turning and walking down a side street. And you don't see the patrol of guards anymore. Like, you saw them 3 or 4 times in the first half hour, and then those two stood there staring at you, and then they walked away.
Or staring in the general direction.
Right. But they stood there for a good 90 minutes. And as you come to the end of your watch, that's 6 hours total? Right. We need 2 more. Are you going to attempt to contact Shimmer, or are you going to wake up Sarah?
Just wake up Sarah.
Yeah, I got my full 6 hours. I'm good.
Okay. You wake up Sarah and I guess head back to sleep.
It's your turn, robot.
Beep, boop.
Do you tell Sarah about the soldiers you saw outside, or do you keep it to yourself for now?
I don't think that Elise would consider it worth mentioning if they didn't stick around. If they're not still out there.
Okay.
She'll probably bring it up when everybody's awake.
All right. So you wake up Sarah and you go lay down. Sarah, how does your watch begin?
Sorry, what was that?
I said you're taking last watch. How does it begin? What do you do?
Well, where's the position where I can see the most of the people inside? Like, is everybody visible from a single point?
Not entirely.
Yes.
Thaddeus's bedroom is kind of a offshoot of the main area where everybody's kind of been hanging out.
Right. You would be able to see Elise, or you'd be able to see most of Elise, as they've probably taken the only chair left for themselves. You can see the feet of Lord Corvatash on the bedroom floor. You cannot see Thaddeus, who I assume is now on the bed.
Right, and it's the cool thing is that it's one of those raised beds with a desk underneath it.
Got it. So Thaddeus is on the top half of a bunk bed that isn't real.
Right. And that desk isn't even the main desk where he's been studying the blueprints or anything. It's just a workstation that's full of junk.
Okay.
All right. I am going to pace back and forth between both of them
Okay.
at a very specific pace.
Got it.
You cannot see Shimmer.
Yeah, you can't see Shimmer.
Well,
Go ahead and roll me your perception check.
perception. 8.
Sarah, you're pacing back and forth, keeping an eye on everybody. Your focus is almost entirely inside the house. You check and make sure Thaddeus is there. You see Corvatash. You see Elise. You see Elise. You see Corvatash. You check and make sure Thaddeus is there.
Yes.
You check and make
I
sure
repeat.
Thaddeus is there. You see Corvatash. You see Elise.
Yes.
After you do this a couple of times, you realize it suddenly dawns on you that maybe you should look out the window as well. And as you turn to look out the window towards what you feel is the end of your rest, you see 2 faces in the window staring at you. And that is where we're going to cut the episode today.
Oh, that's not terrifying at all.
At least you let me know.
That's going to be all for now, folks. But when we return next episode, I'm sure the Time Breakers will continue to impress us. You can come join the Discord. Link will be in the description, and help us build the city from the inside. You can leave a rating. We appreciate it. You can leave a review. I appreciate that even more. It makes me feel good, even if it's a terrible review. And you can tell us how we really feel. How we really feel. How you really feel. Thanks for listening.
Yes, please tell us how we really feel.
Yeah, go on. Tell me how I'm doing. I dare you.
It'll work.